When you're designing network security for your Azure environment, managing access at the IP address level can quickly become a headache, especially as your virtual machine count grows or changes. That's where application security groups come in. They give you a flexible workload centric way to define network security without getting tangled in IP ranges or subnet sprawl. An application security group allows you to logically group your virtual machines by workload, like web servers, app servers, or database servers, and then use those groups as the source or destination in your network security group rules. Think of ASGs as dynamic labels for your VMs that simplify rule creation and management. When you're building a secure architecture for something like an online retailer, application security groups make it much easier to manage traffic between your workloads. Imagine you have web servers handling HTTP and HTTPS traffic from the internet and application servers that need to process SQL requests from those web servers. You'd start by creating two ASGs, one for the web tier and one for the app tier. Then, for each virtual machine, you'd attach its network interface to the appropriate ASG. From there, you'd create a network security group and define your rules. First, you'd allow traffic from the internet to the web ASG on ports 80 and 443, using a rule with priority 100 to make sure it takes precedence. Then, you'd allow traffic from the web ASG to the app ASG on port 1433 for SQL access with a rule set at priority 110. Finally, you'd add a rule at priority 120 to deny all other traffic to the app ASG on port 1433, locking down access from anything other than your web servers. By doing this, you're keeping your application layer secure while still allowing customers to access the catalog online. The best part is, you don't need to worry about managing specific IP addresses anymore. ASGs let you define rules dynamically. If you add or remove a VM, it automatically inherits the group's rules. You are no longer tied to subnet design either. You can group machines logically by workload instead of network structure. Rule management becomes a breeze, since you don't need to create individual rules for each machine. Everything becomes clearer because your infrastructure is organized by what each part actually does, like front end, app processing, or data storage. And when you pair ASGs with service tags, you can handle both internal workload security and external Azure service access without getting bogged down by constantly changing IP ranges. It's a cleaner, smarter, and more scalable way to protect your applications. So, what's your key takeaway? When you use application security groups, you're not just simplifying your security model, you're future-proofing it. You gain flexibility, scalability, and clarity by thinking in terms of workloads instead of IP addresses. So if you are building secure cloud-native applications, ASGs are a tool you definitely want in your toolbox.